Liverpool's midfield rebuild could be set for another major twist, with Bournemouth star Alex Scott now emerging as a serious name to watch following Andoni Iraola's arrival at Anfield. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Scott flourished under Iraola during their time together at Bournemouth, and it's no surprise that speculation has intensified over a potential reunion on Merseyside. The 22-year-old has long been admired by Liverpool's recruitment team, dating back to his Bristol City breakthrough, but Iraola's appointment has only strengthened the links. According to TalkSport's Alex Crook and transfer insider Ben Jacobs, Bournemouth are determined to keep hold of one of their prized assets and have slapped a staggering £80 million valuation on the midfielder. The Cherries are also working on a new long-term contract that could include a release clause, signalling just how highly they rate Scott, despite interest from Liverpool, Manchester United and Tottenham. However, that hefty asking price may not tell the whole story. With Scott's current contract running until 2028, some reports suggest interested clubs could attempt to negotiate a deal closer to the £60 million mark, especially if the player is unwilling to extend his stay on the South Coast. As time ticks on, Bournemouth's negotiating position could weaken if a new agreement isn't reached. Liverpool will undoubtedly be keeping a close eye on developments. Scott made 89 appearances under Iraola and developed into one of the Premier League's most energetic and progressive ball-carrying midfielders. His style of play appears perfectly suited to the high-intensity football Iraola demands, making him a natural fit should the Reds decide to make their move. With uncertainty continuing to surround the futures of Curtis Jones and Alexis McAllister, the prospect of Scott arriving at Anfield is becoming an increasingly fascinating storyline. The only question now is whether Liverpool believe Bournemouth's valuation reflects his true worth, or whether they'll test the Cherries' resolve with an offer of their own. This is certainly one transfer saga that could gather serious momentum as the summer window unfolds. So, while Bournemouth are doing everything they can to keep Alex Scott by demanding a huge fee and offering him a new contract, Liverpool's interest doesn't appear to be going away anytime soon. With Andoni Iraola now in charge at Anfield and already familiar with exactly what Scott can bring, this is a transfer story that has all the ingredients to develop into one of the biggest sagas of the summer. Whether the Reds are prepared to meet Bournemouth's valuation or negotiate a lower fee remains to be seen. But if Liverpool decide to make their move, expect this one to dominate the headlines. Be sure to let us know in the comments. Would Alex Scott be the perfect signing for Liverpool? And would you pay £80 million to bring him to Anfield? In other news, reports have suggested fan favourite Darwin Nunez could be coming home to Anfield. Could Darwin Nunez really be on the verge of a sensational return to Liverpool? It sounds almost impossible, but a fresh report from Spain has sparked speculation that the Uruguayan striker would love nothing more than to make an emotional comeback at Anfield after a frustrating spell in Saudi Arabia. Nunez's move to Al Hilal promised huge financial rewards, with the former Liverpool forward reportedly earning close to £400,000 per week tax-free. However, despite the lucrative contract, his footballing career has stalled dramatically. Following the arrival of Karim Benzema in January, Nunez found himself left out of Al Hilal's league squad for the second half of the season, while ongoing disruption in the Middle East also impacted his opportunities in the Asian Champions League. Now, reports suggest an exit has already been agreed, and according to Mundo Deportivo, Nunez has one destination firmly on his mind: Liverpool. The Spanish outlet claims he would welcome the chance to return to Merseyside, Although Barcelona and Chelsea are also monitoring his situation. Barcelona are reportedly considering Nunez as a potential long-term successor to Robert Lewandowski, with Julian Alvarez also on their shortlist. At just 26 years old, the Uruguayan is viewed as a relatively low-cost option if he manages to terminate his deal with Al Hilal. But while Nunez may be dreaming of a second chance at Anfield, there is currently no indication that Liverpool share those ambitions. The striker is expected to lead the line for Uruguay at the upcoming World Cup, yet the Reds have shown no signs of exploring a reunion. On paper, Liverpool could certainly use another attacking option, especially after Hugo Ekitike's serious Achilles injury. However, bringing Nunez back would likely require handing massive wages to a player who may not even be first choice under Andoni Iraola, making any deal financially difficult to justify. What makes the story even more interesting is Nunez's own emotional admission earlier this year. Speaking back in March, he confessed that he misses Liverpool deeply, praising both the supporters and the city for helping him through difficult moments, and admitting that both he and his family still hold a special affection for the club. Those comments have inevitably fueled speculation that unfinished business remains between Nunez and Liverpool. His relentless work rate, pace, and unpredictability could suit Iraola's high-intensity style of play, leaving some fans wondering whether a different manager could finally unlock the consistency that always seemed just out of reach. Of course, others will argue that Liverpool moved on for a reason. Despite flashes of brilliance and unforgettable moments, Nunez struggled to deliver the goals expected from a record signing, and nostalgia may be causing supporters to remember the excitement more than the inconsistency. For now, the prospect of Darwin Nunez returning to Liverpool remains just that, a fascinating possibility rather than a concrete reality. But if circumstances change over the coming weeks, this could become one of the most surprising transfer stories of the summer. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.